Baba is ocean of love. We all experience Baba's love, Baba's care, Baba's sustenance. As much I receive from Baba, I also have to be very, very loving, because all the souls, they want to feel being loved. They want to feel that there is care and belonging. So whatever I receive from Baba, I would share with everyone. So taking drishti from Baba and receiving, as much I receive, I am able to give it to others also.
देखो यहाँ भले फोटो आपका नहीं निकला हो, लेकिन यहाँ बाबा के ऑटोमेटिक कैमरे हैं, उसमें तो आपका फोटो निकल गया। तो फोटो की लाज रखना। बाबा देखे, वाह वाह मेरे बच्चे, वाह मेरे बच्चे। अच्छा, छोड़ने आता है ना कि जो भी कुछ कमी होगी वो साथ नहीं ले जाना, स्टेशन तक भी नहीं ले जाना, यहाँ ही छोड़ के जाना। बाबा कहते हैं मुझे और कुछ नहीं दो, अपनी कमी जो है वो यहाँ छोड़ के जाओ, और कुछ नहीं करो। तो सभी ने छोड़ी कमी के साथ ले जा रहे हो? छोड़ा? हाथ उठाओ। छोड़ा? साथ तो नहीं ले जा रहे हो। अगर कमी आवे तो आप क्या करेंगे? कहेंगे अभी मैं छोड़ के आया, बाबा को के आश्रम में दे के आया। क्योंकि बाबा कहते हैं जो मेरा बच्चा बना है ना, वो मेरे साथ ही चले। बाबा के साथ ब्रह्मा बाबा से भी प्यार है ना, तो ब्रह्मा बाबा कहाँ जाएगा? अपने राज में जाएगा ना। तो आप सब कहाँ जाएंगे? ब्रह्मा बाबा के साथ अपने राज में चलेंगे ना, और कहाँ थोड़ी। ये तो विनाश हो जाएगा, कहाँ जाएंगे? बाबा के साथ चलेंगे ना। जैसे ब्रह्मा बाबा सूक्ष्म वतन में बैठा है, अपने राज में जाएगा, हम भी अपने राज में जाएंगे। अच्छा, तो सभी ने छोड़ा छोड़ा कि थोड़ा थोड़ा लेके जाएंगे? दो शब्द छोड़ के जाओ। एक कभी कभी, रहता तो ठीक हूं, लेकिन लेकिन कह देते तो हमको मम्मा कहती थी सिंधी भाषा में, लेकिन माना किन को किचरा कहते हैं। तो मम्मा कहती थी लेकिन माना किचरा लेके जा रहे। छोटे छोटे आए ना हम भी, तो छोटेपन में मम्मा ये पाठ पढ़ाती थी। तो एक तो कभी कभी शब्द बोलेंगे, कभी कभी हो जाता है, कभी कभी आ जाता है, ऐसे बोलेंगे। कभी कभी शब्द छोड़ेंगे ना सदा। वाह, अच्छा, सभी से नमस्ते।
Om Shanti. Welcome to Avyakti Parivar. Today is step 21, the story of immortality, a spiritual way of living, building the foundation of Shrimat. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. It's really, really very lovely. And I'm happy to see the family every evening. Really special gift Baba has given us. Very special. We had been doing this, our lesson, our practice is, and I remember the words which I like very much. When Baba says that your ascending degrees will bring benefit to others, benefit to all. So that means I don't need to stop, I should keep increasing my efforts, my effort. So how do it bring benefit to everyone? In Lokik way also you find that there is a student and in school he has a lot of concentration. And then he comes home, he start doing his homework. So everyone looks at him, and if there are other children in the family, they also get inspired. So when my degrees of purity are increasing, so every thought of purity is bringing peace, is bringing love. Even the elements are taking those vibrations of purity. So this really internally motivates me that I should be just ascending in my degrees of purity, because purity is what really makes me ascend, right? When there is purity, there is lightness, there is happiness. You are very, very enthusiastic. So all the qualities are more visible, increases in percentage because of purity. So, but other one is, which I think it happens in the beginning, it fluctuates up and down, right? High and low. But a time comes, we just decide, no, I have to keep going higher. I have to keep ascending. There will be many different kinds of obstacles. Sometimes there is a situation or someone's sanskar, and then I take in, and then it affects my own sanskar. So then I lose enthusiasm, or I say, I don't know if it will change. Is it beneficial? No? But I think, at least I always remind myself that there are many, many, some are in the physical body here, but all over the world who will be touched or inspired because each pure thought which I have, each elevated thought will help upliftment. And that is why the example of Brahma Baba is given that whatever charity he did, first thing when he did it, he thought uh, that let people benefit from it. Once he arranged for supply of water, because in that village there was no water. And he thought, oh, I got the water and it helped me, and how many villagers will get the water. So he always thought where whatever action I do, it should benefit many. Because that's the charity, not I did action and I got awards, so I'm very happy. But real happiness is when others can take benefit, right? One is I say, oh, I should have fragrance, but other is you create atmosphere. One sister was sharing this afternoon that they did for Ishudadi program, and they invited all those souls who had taken course during this lockdown on Zoom. So they invited, and they decorated whole place with lily and very beautiful flowers with fragrance. So she said when people came, it's just the fragrance of the place, peaceful atmosphere of the place. They were so touched. Of course, whatever the program was there, and in the end, a big Brahma Bhojan. So she said, they said this like, "No, we are in heaven. We are treated like we are in heaven." So anything which we do is shared by many. It's a kind of, everyone experiences. There is the importance, right, of Brahma Bhojan. Even it takes a lot of effort, right? You have to buy things, it has to be cooked, then it has to be served, then clean up the place, no? But because it's from Baba's Bandara and it's cooked by Baba's children in Baba's remembrance, so when people get it, definitely they feel very, very happy. So when you are ascending this enthusiasm where you don't see the work, you know, because everyone uh, is able to do something, no, when there is task. If you don't do anything, then no one has anything to do. So some like that because there's not much to do. There are some they will do, then another 20 will get to do. Recently, we are preparing to open Peace Village for limited number of Brahmins to go. So place needs a lot of cleaning. So every Saturday, a group of 12, 15 mothers and brothers, they go to clean it very, very, very thoroughly. They clean. So now it's a lot of work in a way, but that's called service, no? Baba has given a big place, and generally they do this cleaning in February, March. But this time, because they were not ready to open, and now they are planning to open. So the whole group is going. But they are so happy. Mm. Those who are there, they cook for them, welcome them. And those who do karma yoga, they are also very, very happy when they come. One sister was saying, even if body is tired, but there's so much happiness. Mm. And offer that I want to go again whenever there is chance. So ascending means this creativity, this enthusiasm where it's not only my uh, charitable action, but so many are able to create their fortune. So same could happen with the virtues. Let's say you have patience and everyone observes that there is a lot of patience. Patience especially when there is no reaction, right? It's all right. You know? I don't have to instantly react, even knowing that this might not be right. But if I remain quiet, if I remain silent, remain in my self respect, it has its own, by doing that, many, many others, even at that time, they might not say, but they feel. And also, then one who does it, something, or says something which is not right, also have realization. I know when once Baba used to say that you come down by ladder, but you go up in the lift. And many times in Murli Baba says, I give you the gift of lift. So it's how uh, ascending is that I feel lifted, right? And Baba actually is preparing all of us to be such instruments because when we ascend, then everything moves, right? Everything is going higher. So Baba's task also is in motion. Even we know that Baba is the one, is Karan Karamanhar, but we are also instrument. So each one of us should always think of ascending degrees in many, many different ways, not only through thoughts, but through our karma yoga, many different ways. to say I have to ascend where whatever I do, it brings benefit to many, many souls. So I know once Baba told me that as much you move towards your stage of perfection, that much you are creating love in the hearts of many. So I don't find any other way to create love. What I do, I have to ascend. I have to just keep moving, progress, and that will create lot of energy of love in a very, very natural way. So think more about my ascending degrees, bring benefit to many. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. So now we will start our journey. Would like to invite our two angels. Welcome, sisters.
Step number 21, building the foundation of Shrimat.
These teachings about the importance of following his directions at every step have really touched my heart. It is not only that by following these directions, I step under the canopy of protection, but more importantly, it is a feeling as if he has provided me with a map that will keep me from getting lost in the maze of life, and instead show me the pathway to reach my aim of living a life of purity and truth, a life of becoming a self-sovereign.
The foundation of Shrimat is purity and truth. How accurately you follow Shrimat is based on your own realization of these two pillars of life. When I come, I see that you have completely lost your way. You have become confused. It is as though you have been lost in a fog. You are trapped in a huge forest of forgetfulness. I have come to remove your confusion. Whether or not you yourself realize your own value, I see your worthiness and specialty and have made you belong to me. You receive this vision of love from me, the eternal ocean of love, and you claim the right to be loved eternally. With this love, you recognize purity. That is, you recognize innocence to be your original state of being.
You forgot this. Now, once again, I come to remove the curtains of extreme darkness and to reveal to you the light of your original pure self. In your heart, there is the subtle remembrance that purity is the very first basis of your spiritual life. Purity is the method to be able to experience true love. Those who adopt the special virtue of purity as their eternal virtue will be able to recognize their own goodness and value. I give you this direction. If you want to become worthy of being a charitable soul, the first thing is to remain pure. You first came to this world pure, and you have to return home pure. There is now a need for purity in the world. To be in the awareness of your original state of purity and to reform your character, examine yourself and ask, does my character make anyone sad or unhappy? Do I become body conscious in my interactions with others? Check yourself properly. A yogi is one who takes the vow of celibacy. Celibacy is not just a physical abstinence, it is a commitment to purity at all levels of life. The true joy of a yogi's life flows from the nectar of divine knowledge and from the bliss that comes from the purity that lies in the closeness between the soul and the Supreme Soul.
Although these directions are very high, I am beginning to realize that one who takes every step following elevated directions easily and automatically claims the blessings of success in every action. As are the directions I follow, so is the destination I will reach.
The special method in following Shrimat is also based on the realization of truth. The first truth is the form of the soul. You have been given by your true Father the true knowledge, true attainments, true remembrance, true virtues, and the true powers. By having the truth, you attain fearlessness. Those who speak the truth would be fearless. They would never be afraid of anything. Company colors the soul. Remembrance is called company. God's love is the special basis for remembrance. If the experience of God's love is lacking in your life, then life without love is no longer enjoyable. It becomes a dry life. Where there is love and the company of the truth, everything becomes very easy and simple, and you are able to follow Shrimat easily. It is only by staying in the company of the true Father, the true teacher, and the true guide that you receive the power to transform. Without the company of the truth, weak souls cannot become strong. The more you remain in the company of the truth, the more benefit and the more powerful you become, and the more happiness there is. It is in the company of the truth that you find once again the true worth of your self-respect. All souls create their fortune of liberation and liberation in life with the power of truth. Nature, the natural world, returns to its highest state of truth, the Sato-Pradhan state, and this world becomes the golden age. Truth is like a philosopher's stone. Just as a philosopher's stone changes iron into gold, the power of truth makes souls, nature, time, and everything else, all relations, sanskaras, food, and interactions with others, Sato-Pradhan. That is, everything moves back to the highest state of truth.
I realize what a rare gift these elevated directions are. His loving vision of me and his promise to guide me whenever I think of him are precious beyond words. Man Manabhav, the magical agent he has brought for me, is an assurance of his elevated guidance and companionship at every moment. He may have found me, but my heart swells with happiness as I take in the awareness that now I never need to be lost or found again.
Shanti, Dora.
Shanti,
Welcome back.
Welcome. Julia, the whole family.
So, Dora, you listened and you heard how Baba was talking about, how the more we remain in his company, in the company of truth, the more benefit, the more powerful, the more happy we become. It's really a wonder, to recognize and to really accept that this is a foundation, of Shrimat, to stay in the truth, to stay in the company of the truth. So can you share with us, some stories about the impact on your life, when you came into this awareness and you understood the power of truth? Are there situations that you can think about that you can share?
Yes. First one, I would say, the first time I went to a Brahma Kumari center, it was in Spain, and it was Holy Week. But so in my way to the center, I had to pass many celebrations of the Holy Week, but they were not holy, very much holy. Yeah, they were mixed with alcohol, many things. So when I arrived to the center, the person who opens the door was a brother. And he looked at me in such a pure way that I felt relief. I felt really, really loved. I felt respect, elevated. I cannot say how could I feel with that kind of vision that he had for me. And especially because I felt it was the first time in my life that a man could look at me in that way. So it was magical, powerful, and it changed my life, definitely. And of course, the Baba's Trishti. It was so filled with that truth and that purity that yeah, it makes my life totally different.
And can you give any examples of how knowing truth has affected different choices you've made in life?
Yes, I would say, it's an example, an experience that I had, and it's again connected with Drishti. I was trying to change something inside myself and changing for particular situations, etc. So I was trying to do some experiments, and some of them didn't work very well. So I remember that experience that I just told, and I said, okay, maybe I need to do something very strong with my drishti. So I said to myself, let me experiment on this of putting Baba's eyes on my eyes. And I was practicing for Amrit Vela or traffics, but also, for example, before speaking to someone, before doing something, and whenever I had to go out of the house, I would remember, let me allow Baba's eyes on my eyes. So I had to go for a meeting for my job, and it was a school outside, a little bit outside of the city. So usually people go there by car, but I don't have car, I have bus. And it was possible to go by bus. And I have done that sometimes before. It was okay. So I went to that place, and when I came down from the bus, I had to walk a little bit and pass by alley. So I look all the place I was walking, and then when I arrived to the alley, I look at the place and I say, it's okay, nobody's there. So I start walking, and suddenly I I could see two men there with not very good intentions. I could feel the vibrations were very, very, very bad. And I just said, okay, these two are souls. And then I remember Baba's eyes on my eyes. Baba's eyes on my eyes. I continue to walk and I get lost in that experience. And as I was approaching to them, like maybe 1 or 2 meters, the only thing that I could see was that they were doing like that. And then they just did like that and allowed me to pass. And I was lost in that experience. I didn't remember then how many times, how much it took me to arrive to the gates of the school, but I did. And when I arrived there, I realized what just had happened. I was really impressed. And then I was shaking. Oh, but I was amazed because it was really the magic of Baba's eyes, nothing else.
Wow, that's, my goodness, that's such a wonderful, wonderful story of an experience of how you can take the truth, you know, by putting Baba's eyes on your eyes and use it so clearly, you know, so powerfully, you know, in situations that could be a bit challenging. And as I hear the story, I mean, what it really makes me feel is I have to practice this, Shukti. That sounds just absolutely wonderful. And I'm sure many others that are with us tonight will also take this as putting Baba's eyes on our eyes as we walk, as we see, and understanding the power that comes from that. So thank you so much for sharing, and thank you for being with us over the last 3 evenings. It's been pure delight to have you with us.
Thank you very much to all of you, especially Sister Mohini and all the Avyakti team. And so I'm very thankful for that. And I want to offer you flowers.
Beautiful.
My heart. So thank you very much.
Beautiful, Dora. Really lovely story. A really nice story to end, and to really show the power of truth. And as you were saying that, you know, and we're all tomorrow, I'm sure we're all going to be walking around with Baba's eyes on our eyes. And it's lovely when you practice something with such intention and you see the result. And I'm sure many of us have experienced times like that when we, you know, because sometimes our practice can be a little bit slippery and we think about it, but we don't actually do it. But when we actually do it, it has such powerful results. So beautiful story. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And so now for our homework, our quest for tomorrow. So we're going to be like Dora, we're going to be practicing it so that we get the beautiful results. So the first one for our godly dawn, that is our Amrit Vela. In the presence of God, I am receiving the power of purity and truth. In the presence of God, I am receiving the power of purity and truth. And as we travel through our day, does my character make anyone sad or unhappy? Do I become conscious, body conscious, in my interactions with others? So this is a checking point throughout the day. Is my character making anyone unhappy? Am I body conscious in my interactions with others? And then for our night reflection, follow Shrimat in a spiritual way of living that allows me to ascend to my highest state of being. Its foundation is purity and truth. And the question I ask myself, how accurately have I followed Shrimat today based on these two pillars? That is, based on purity and based on truth. And so we can write down 8 words that describe this experience of building the foundation of Shrimat, or we can choose one word and do a picture around that word. So enjoy your day tomorrow, practicing, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, angels. So let's move forward and start our Avyakti journey. Welcome to Avyakti journey, Bab Dada's Day. You are the mother and father.
और मधुबन में भी 4 धाम है, तो 4 धाम किए। पांडव वन में देखो 4 धाम है, जो भी आते हो पांडव वन तो जाते हो ना। एक शांति स्तंभ बार धाम, दूसरा बाप दादा का कमरा, ये सने का धाम, और तीसरा झुपड़ी, ये सने मिलन का धाम, और चौथा स्त्री हाट,
बच्चों का मेला रूहानी, बाबा बच्चों का मेला रूहानी, गाते हैं जिसकी महिमा महान, भागवत शास्त्र और वेद पुराण, भागवत शास्त्र और वेद पुराण। प्यारा मधुबन मेरी आंखों में छा गया, दिलवाला मधुबन का बाबा, दिलवाला मधुबन का बाबा, दिल में समाया है। मधुबन कितना मधुर मधुर है, मधुबन कितना मधुर मधुर है, सदा ये आँखों में छाया है, सदा ये आँखों में छाया है, दिलवाला मधुबन का बाबा, दिलवाला मधुबन का बाबा, दिल में समाया है। मधुबन कितना मधुर मधुर है, मधुबन कितना मधुर मधुर है।
Om Shanti. Thank you very much. So now we will close with Baba's remembrance.
Yes, Baba is very, very, very good. Very good, very lovely, and we Baba's children are also very good and lovely. Right? Okay, Om Shanti and good night, everyone. Om Shanti.